video on level 1 sample paper 3. So our first question was about organising a Halloween party, and we have £2,000 to spend, and we must spend at least £1,800, and they want 2 firework displays, one near the start and one near the end. Choose fireworks for the 2 displays and work out the total cost. Right, so we can pick a few things here. Well, we can pick the Quantum Pack QP. We take one of those, I think. Oh, we got £1,800 to spend. And that's 1, 3, 4, 5. Now, we can't pick this one. If we add this one together, we're going to go over £2,000. So I'll have to pick some of the cheaper ones here. And I must spend a maximum of £800 or over. So a minimum of 1,800. I'm going to take that away from that just to see how much I have to spend. 4, 5, 5. So 65 minutes. Well, if I take 10 of them, that's 650 quid. If I add that to the 1, 3, 4, 5, it'll work out 1945 or 1595, which is just under the £2,000 limit. So I'll take 10 of the super pack and we'll pay 650. We'll add them up and it'll come to 1995. So just slightly under. Again, there's more than one way of getting an answer. There's different combinations, but you have to make sure it's no more than £2,000. Check one of your calculations in 1A using a different method. Well, we did 1345 plus 6, what was 650, wasn't it? Yeah, 650, 10 of them. And we got 1995. To check it's right, we do what's called a reverse check. We take our answer, our 1995, and instead of adding, we do the opposite. We take away the 650, and we should come back to the very first number we started with, which was 1345. How long will the fireworks last? Well, the first one we picked was 25 minutes, so we'll write 25 in there. And the next one we picked 10 of them, and they lasted 1 minute for each display. So 10 ones is 10 minutes. Now, we're going to plan the party, work out the time each band will start. Well, the party starts at 6:30 and lasts for an hour, so finishes at 7:30. First firework display starts half an hour after the parade, so it's 8 o'clock. 2 bands will perform music one after the other between the 2 fireworks displays, allow half an hour each band. Well, the first band's going to start at 1:30. Well, one after the other between the 2, so it's between, so we have to have a firework display first. So we have the first one. We take the first one that starts at 8 o'clock after the parade. Was going to finish at 8:25. Then the band starts, and it takes half an hour for each band, so it's 8:55 for the first band. And we'll perform one after each out of the bands. So the next band will start straight away, and they are half an hour too. So that's 9. Add half an hour on, add 5 minutes, it's 9 o'clock, add on 25 that's left, it's 9:25. And then the last firework display will start 20. So the first firework display is the bands go between the firework displays. So that's the firework, and our band and our firework then starts at 9:25. It was 10 minutes, wasn't it? It's 9:35. The party ends at 9:55, 20 minutes after. So the first band starts at 8:55. The next band starts at 9:25. Draw a timetable. Well, timetable for the bands. We just draw a little table. They ask to draw a table. That there will do. We can make it look better or not, but that's fine. Include the times for the parade. So parade, fireworks display, the band, 2 bands. Then we had another fireworks display, haven't we? because they were between the bands, and then the finish. And we wrote it out up here, haven't we? But so we started at, let's say, 6:30 was the parade. The fireworks started at 8 o'clock, wasn't it? So 8 o'clock. The first one starts after, first fireworks starts after the end of the parade, but the parade ended there, so the fireworks started at 8 o'clock, finished at 8:25 for the first one. The first band was 8:25, half an hour after the fireworks, so 8:55. The next band was 9:25. Then 9:25 was the band pens, so it was 9:35 was the second fireworks finishing, and then at 9:55 we finished. So something like that would do for your table. Next we have tickets. So we had 3 adults to 1 child. So we had an adult, a child, no, sorry, an adult, and a child. We had 600 tickets. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to split this into 4 parts, and each part is going to be worth 150 if we use a calculator to calculate that in the exam. And it says it wants to work out how many child tickets. Well, there's only one set of children tickets, that's 150. And how many adults? Well, that's 1, 2, 3. 150 times 3 is 450. Cover for cushions. So we're going to make some cushions. 2 pieces of material. We're going to add an extra 2 centimeters of material to all sides to join the pieces. Draw a rough sketch of 1 piece of material with the extra material added on. So there's a cushion. We know it's 30, but we're going to add 2 centimeters on to each side. So if that was 30, then 2 centimeters here would be 32. 2 centimeters there would be 34. And the same here, same the whole way around. 2 centimeters here, 2 centimeters there, 2 here, 2 here, extra, both 30, 2 here, 2 here, which is 4 extra, whereas it was 30. So it'll look like that. So 34 centimeters the whole way around. You want to make 2 cushion covers. You need 2 pieces of material for each cover, 1 for the front and 1 for the back. You'll cut the 4 pieces from a large. Draw the 4 cushion covers to scale on the diagram below. So what you know is every square is worth 10. And your cushions were 34, weren't they? So it's going to be at least 3 squares. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Well, that's 30. Another one would be 40. Well, I went 34. Well, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. That's not right because each one's 10. So these must be broke down. These little squares, the wee tiny squares here, must be broke down. Well, if one big square is 10 and there's 5 little squares here, but divide that by 5, we get 2. So each little square is worth 2. So it was 34. There was 2 squares each side, wasn't there? So you had an extra 2 here. That's one little square. An extra 2 here. That's one little square. And then you would draw down 34. So 10, 20, 30, 4. And then across, and then join up. And repeat. So 3 down, 2 little extra squares with 34. 3 across, 2 little extra squares with 34. And repeat as best you can. And then down 30, 2 little extra squares with 34. Across 3 big squares with 30. 2 little extra ones. And repeat. Again, 10, 20, 30. Little squares 2. Little squares 4, 34. 10, 20, 30, 32, 34. And down as best we can. So that's all I wanted to do there. So main points there was that you know that 1 square equals 10, and one little square must equal 2. Because 10 divided by 5, as there's 5 little squares, equals 2. Each cushion with a coloured strip, so we've got to use this formula. Length of piping equals 4 times the side length of the cushion. Well, it says here the side length of the cushion is 30 times the number of cushions, says 2. So there we are, that's our sum. 4 times 30 times 2. You have a calculator in the exam, that would give you 240 centimeters, I would assume. Next, we've got to work out the cost of 2 SIPs. Each cushion needs one 30 centimeter colored metal SIP. Well, that's colored metal. 30 centimeters is £2.29. They want 2 of them, is £4.58. That's 2 SIPs. Lovely. Let's work out the material. It comes in whole meters and half meters. It costs £12.60 per meter. And you're buying 1.5 meters. So get your calculator and just work that out. £12.60 times 1.5 gives you 18.90 on a calculator. The piping costs £1.80 per meter. Enough piping for the 2 cushions. Right. Enough piping for the 2 cushions. So it's £1.80 per meter. And your cushions are, we worked out piping up here before, wasn't it? The piping was 240 centimeters. 240 centimeters, but it costs £1.80 per meter. Well, 240 centimeters is not meters. To get centimeters to meters, and you divide by 100, so it becomes 2.4. So it's £1.80 times 2.4. I'll just jump on a calculator, and 1.8 times 2.4 equals £4.32. The 2 SIPs, we worked out earlier, didn't we? 2 SIPs was £4.58. And it asks me to get the total cost, so I'll just add them up. You use a calculator in the exam. I'm just going to do it here, freehand. 10, 18, 12, 16, 17. And I'm going to get £27.80. Now, selfies. So, reports show that people in our town take an average of 10 selfies a month. You got to decide whether the report is correct. You ask your friends to get some results, number of selfies they took last month. Find the average mean number of selfies your friends took last month. So what we got to do is we've got to add all of these up, which is going to take a little bit of time, but let's do it now. So 16 plus 20 plus 18 plus 11 plus 28 plus 15 plus 19 twice plus 14 plus 29 plus 21 plus 22 plus 11 and 20 plus 1 plus 24 plus 10 plus 7 plus 29 plus 26. And we should be getting 360 when we add them all up, as the mean is everything added up divided by how many things there are. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 20 things. So payment math there. So 360 divided by 20 is 18. So the mean is 18. Next it asks to draw a chart. Got graph paper, so it's going to be a bar chart. The number of selfies your friends took and the average in the newspaper report. Well, we took 18, that's it there. And the newspaper report mentioned 10. So I'll go up, not. When I make it to 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I'm not going to. So I'm going to go up in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, oh, 14, 16, 18. And I'm going to throw it in. I think the first one was 18. I'll just do 20 there as well. So got plenty of room. So I'm going to make this bars quite thick. And the next one was 10. Throw them in, leave a little gap between them. Make sure they're the same width. And then we label them. So this was selfies, wasn't it? Number of selfies. And this was, what do we have? Your friends and newspaper. So friends, newspaper. And that will do. Is the newspaper report true? Well, it said that people take, what did it say? It said take an average of 10 selfies a month. Well, it's not true, as our report said to take 18, which is more than 10. Find the range of the number of selfies you took. Well, the range is the highest, take away or subtract the lowest. Got to our table. The biggest number seems to be 29 as far as I can see, and the lowest is 1. Yep. So we have 29, subtract 1. The range is the highest, subtract the lowest to give 28. What do the range tell you about the number of selfies? What's a high range? 29, 28 is a high range when the biggest number is 29, which means the number of selfies taken by people was inconsistent. Some took a lot and some took hardly any at all. Females take more selfies, twice as many as males. From the report, how likely is the next person to take a selfie will be a male? Explain your answer. Right. So what do we say from a report? The report says take an average 10 selfies a month. So, well, females take more selfies, twice as many as males. How likely the next person to take a selfie will be a male? Well, it's going to be unlikely, as females take twice as many. So, this is true for your friends. So total for males, total for females. So we've got to work out the average for males and the average for females. So we add them up: 16, 34, 48, 58, 68, 88, 98, 103, 132, 152, 159 over there. I'm at 360, so that's going to be 201 for the girls. Just add them up. Divide by how many? So there's 10 people there, so it's going to be 159 for the males, 15.9. And over here for the girls, it's going to be divide by 10. We're going to get the average. We're going to get 20.1. So the report says females take twice as many. So do they? According to this, no. Because, well, twice as many will be 15.2 times 9 will give you 31.8. Well, they have a lot less than 31.8. That'll be our explanation. Thanks for watching this video on the Sample 3 Lava 1 paper.